Okay, pause and copy, pause and copy. Now the question you've all been dying to know the answer to, is Jordan even close to being a millionaire? Okay, let's find out. So I have to add up a bunch of numbers in a sequence. So it's going to be 60. I'm going to go with just thousands, just to make my life easier, fewer zeros. So I'll write 60 for 60,000. So I got 60, and then I have to add my second year, which was 60 plus 3 plus 60 plus 6, and so on. All up to 60 plus, well, in that 12th year, that's 11 raises. So 11 times 3 is 33. Okay, so I'm going to try to add this up. So I'm going to go about this systematically, and I'm actually going to prove a nice little formula for you. So let's call this A. This is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. I'm going to call this A plus, I'm going to go with n minus 1 times D. Now we're going to go n minus 1 because we want this to be n minus 1. And then plus 1 gives me a total of n terms. So I'm going to add up this thing here. I'll put my plus signs here. And I'm going to get a nice formula here. Now, what do I do? Well, I notice that I have n terms, so the A appears n times. So this is going to equal n times A. And then I have plus D plus 2D plus 3D all the way up to n minus 1 D. Now I'll factor out a D. And I get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n minus 1. Now this sum here is a very, let's say, common sum in math. And we have a formula for this, a formula I'll prove shortly. But right now you'll have to believe me that it's going to be n minus 1 times n divided by 2. So I'll prove that later. So we get NA, and then we get D, n minus 1, n all over 2. And to make this a little bit nicer, I'll do a common denominator, 2NA plus D n minus 1 n all divided by 2. I'll factor out a n. I get 2A plus D n minus 1 all divided by 2. And we'll leave it there. So this is my formula. What does it do for me? This is the sum of what's called an arithmetic. Sum of an arithmetic, we'll say, I guess I'll use the word sum again, ouch. And A is, A is going to be my first term. D is what's called the common difference. Okay, every term differs by this from the next term. And N is total number of terms. Okay, so what do we have here? So the meaning, I hope, of A, N, and D is clear from what I wrote here. Maybe you want to make sure you add to your notes that you have N terms. So A, N, and D. So in our example, what do we have? We have 60,000, 3,000, and 12. So in our example, we have A is 60,000, D is 3,000, N is 12. So my sum is 12. I've forgotten now. I want to make my life easier by crossing out some zeros here. So I'll just cross out some zeros, because I'll just remember that these numbers I'm talking about are measured in thousands. So cross out those zeros, just go 60, 3, and 12. So 2 times A is 120,000 plus 3 times 11. I'll divide by 2. 12 over 2, that's 6. 120 plus 33 is 150. And we get $918,000 total earnings in my first 12 years. So I'm not a millionaire, not even close. I paid taxes, of course, like a good citizen that I am.